Right, let's see if that works. I need to zoom out a bit more. Dearie me, the usual zooming nonsense. Nope, too much. Not enough. Not enough. Oh dear, one day I'm going to get this sorted. Oh, why? Every time. Right, stop there. Hi everybody. I'm not sure if that's going to be too close. It looks a bit too close, but I don't quite know how else to do it. So, yes. Let's have a look through the thingy bobs. Right. Hello everybody. There's chat. That's the word I'm looking for. The chat. Hi everybody. How are we all? Vicky and Kerry, Nicole, Marianne. Who else? Have I missed anybody? Diane, hello. Nola, hello. Sally. Hi everybody. Yes, new papers again. I know you guys are gonna be like, my day, she's churning these out. I am. I am churning these out. I like new things, what can I say? And I'm quite enjoying designing. So, you know, plus the fact that obviously the last three have all had like florals in them. So I thought we'd have some that are not all floral. Floral? Yeah, floral. That's the word I'm looking for. So, yes. Hello, Anne. And Liz. Hello, hello, hello. So you love them all, great. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. So this one was designed. I designed these before I'd asked everybody what they wanted. But I'm just trying out different colours, different styles, different things, and thinking like, what sort of patterns do I like? What sort of patterns? When I used to be a demonstrator, what kind of patterns do other people like? So yes, I'm going to take you through these because I'm actually using this one in the card today. So I know we're not, well, in England, we're not quite into summer, although we are in May now, but even so, it's not, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't class it as summer, but maybe it is. But I shall show you through them in a moment. We've got a few more people on. What are we on? Yeah, it's only 2 minutes in, so we will hold on a second. And I'll show you the card in a minute as well that we're making. We're doing the one that is the next step on from the one we did last week, because I thought I may as well. I've already filmed the tutorial for it because I wanted to do something using the papers from DRK Crafts. So I'll show you that in a minute as well. So we will hold on 1 second just for a few more people to join. I'll probably end up showing them again later in the live stream because there'll be people who come on a bit later on. So I will show you. Right, okay, let's do the papers, I think. Right, okay, so this one is another A4 digital pack. I've called it Bright Summer Days because they're all quite bright. And I've tried to go, there are some floral, but there are some that are not floral. So that was the plan. So we've got some hexagons and some like a multi-floral. So it is floral, but it's quite busy. So you can kind of, you know, make it not floral. I quite like the hexagons. I like the purple, the pink, and the gold. I thought that was quite nice together. And all of these kind of go, you know, with each other. Design them deliberately. Then there's this one, which I don't know if you can really see it. Let me turn over. Hi, Jill. We've got this one, which has got a tiny little, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it when I've done the actual, oh, you can sort of see it. It's got a tiny little pattern, but in kind of a purple and a teal and a white. Almost like little bubbles, almost. Flowery bubbles type things. And then this one here, which is the one I'm using in the, so I'm actually going to be using in the card today. And then I've done versions of this as well, so you've got different colorways in that print because I quite like that print. Then we've got another kind of floral, but it's kind of a bit more abstracty. So again, you could use that. It's not very floral, but it's, you know, it goes again color-wise. And then we've got a kind of a pretty, I don't know what this is really, like a flowery, I don't know. I like it anyway. I don't know what you call it. You can't really see it on the screen, but there's like a pink, a teal, and then a navy, and then it repeats. So it's all the way across. But yeah, on the actual, in fact, let me improve my quality on my screen, and then I will be able to see a bit better what you guys can actually see, for those of you who've got better quality. And then we've gone with this one, which is like an all-over print. And then this one, which again is kind of florally, but it's sort of also quite tropically. So I thought that might be quite nice. And again, the two go together. All of these kind of go in with each other. So that's that. And then we've got more hexagons and then some more of that one. So this is like a different color background. The same sort of print again, but on a navy background. On a not navy back. The other one was navy. On a like a greeny background. And then those are hexagons there. Then we've got the same again, but on pink. So again, yeah, that's that. And then another one that's kind of flowery, but it's not overly flowery. It's kind of quite, you know, and that's it. That's all of them. So that is all of the papers. That's actually 12 paper packs. So this isn't on Etsy yet, but like last week, it will be by the end of tomorrow evening. I'm going to try and get it on as soon as I can on Etsy. So yeah, that will be available on Etsy. I wasn't going to bring this one out till June. But then this morning, when I was trying to work out what papers to use, I was like, actually, I really want to use that today. So I'm bringing it out early, a month early, in fact. But as I say, these will all be available on Etsy. So head over to Etsy. So the card that we're doing is, let me move this one out of the way. I can bring these back in. If anybody wants to see them again, I'll bring them back in again after. I've got another 2 packs. Two digital packs that I've actually made that will be coming out at some point. I'm not sure. At this rate, I'll be bringing them out every week. Who knows? Who knows? I just enjoy doing it. I sit, you know, sometimes there are days when I can't film and I haven't got the brain power to make cards, and I think, oh, I'll make some digital papers. And yeah, so there we go. Hi Sharon Ling in Australia. Right, so the card we're doing today. So remember last week we did this one. So this is actually one I did for the maker team, for the DRK Crafts maker team. So this is one I actually did last week, wasn't it? This one here. So that was that one. And that was using the Patriotic Florals papers that I brought out last week. And so I thought, could we do a double of this? So this is the other one I did with, this is using DRK Crafts, Trimcraft, first edition paper pad. This is a Let's Celebrate pad. So I've used that with this. I think this is a die from, I think this is Do Crafts, that one. This obviously is the In Love Art shop, and the balloons also are from In Love Art shop. And then you've got space to write on the back. So good, Vicky. I'm glad you're addicted to papers. That's I am too, which is why I'm making so many. Yeah, so this is the single version. So I thought, what about doing a double version? So I used DRK Crafts, well, it's their first edition Forever Free pad, and we have, this is the double. So this is the double version. So there we go. So I've really gone to town with the embellishments, a bit too much because that foliage does kind of get in the way of this center section. But that, hi Sweet Pea, that is what we're making today. Now, one thing I thought about doing, because one of the craft ladies did it with the single version, one of my craft class ladies, and I was like, oh yes. So she'd used a panel that's already pre-die cut, and she'd used it in the window here. So it's kind of in this bit here. So I think that's what we're going to do. So today we are going to do that. So I've already die cut out my panels to go inside those windows. And we won't have, I'm not going to put the greeting on the front here. The tutorial for this will be coming soon. So this one, I have actually filmed it. And I want to start doing, because I'm now on the DRK maker team, DRK Crafts maker team, I want to start doing a video on a Monday, not every Monday, maybe once a month or once every 2 weeks, I'm not sure, called Maker Monday or Monday Makers. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it yet. And so this is going to be my first Maker Monday video. So obviously it's all using Trimcraft products pretty much. Yeah, pretty much all Trimcraft and DRK Crafts products. Yeah, and so this was actually cut out of one of their background dies. They've got like a background die. And there's a butterfly, and it's kind of, I've had to cut around his antennae and around his abdomen, but it's such a nice butterfly, and all the card, the mirrored holographic and whatever. So this is the card we're going to do, but today obviously I'm using my papers. But yeah, so the tutorial for this will be coming soon, probably next Monday on the 8th. I think that's what I'm heading for. I'm going to try and get this the tutorial for this up. So right, well, let me bring in my pieces. So you're going to need quite a few pieces. So obviously I thought I'd do something slightly different on this one to that one. So then it shows you different options. Okay. I'm glad you're all loving it. So I've already die cut my panels out. I know you're going to ask me where this die is from. And the answer is, I think I got it on AliExpress. Okay. So I think this was like an AliExpress die. But I'm not, you probably can find it elsewhere. It's just like a mandala die, but it semi-cuts out. So you can see here it hasn't fully cut. That's literally what the die looks like. In fact, I've got it here. So that's what the die looks like. So it semi-cuts and then fully cuts around this edge here. So yeah, so we're going to have a bit of fun. And I thought with that background behind, although it's quite busy, sort of makes it look a bit stained glassy. So I thought, we'll have a go with that. So let's start with the easy bit, which is just sticking our front pieces down. So on this card here, I didn't put anything on the front or the back. I'm going to put a white piece on the back, but the front, I might do something on it. I haven't decided yet. But on the one we're doing today, I am doing a front and a back. So for the front and the back, you need, I'm glad you're all loving it, you need 2 pieces of matte card, which are 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And onto those, you need to stick 1 piece of white, which is 4.5 by 6.5, on there like that, and obviously stamp your greeting. I haven't done that yet, so I'll do that in a bit. And then a pattern piece, mine isn't a pattern piece, which is also 4.5 by 6.5. Okay, so I've actually chosen to just mirror what's going to be on the inside, and I've gone for this. This orange card is actually a Hobbycraft, one of the Hobbycraft packs, but it's got like an orange, like a mirror almost, like glitter to it. Well, not really glitter, but like I don't know what you call it, like a splatter, like a mirror splatter. Hi Sweet Pea, you're watching while finishing your making thank you cards, birthday cards and Mother's Day cards. Goodness me, you're busy. Wow. Also, for anybody who's joining this on the replay and is like, oh my goodness, there's way too much chat, that is because this is a live stream, and so on live streams we always chat. There will be a tutorial for this without the chat, so if you don't like the chat, you can either fast forward your way through to the relevant bits, or you can hold on and wait for the tutorial to come through. So yeah, that's my little caveat over. So let me stick this down. Now I need to stamp on this, but I need to decide what my greeting's going to be. I want my greeting to be a thank you, but I didn't get a chance to get anything stamped or cut or whatever prior to coming on. Right, now sticking this is going to be a bit more tricky. How is everybody as well, by the way? I just sort of launched straight into things, didn't I? I haven't really asked how anybody is. How are we all? Are we all okay? Those of us in the UK, next weekend we're going to be doing the King's coronation, which will be interesting. But yeah, we've got about 3 bank holidays this month, which is a bit mad. Had one yesterday, we've got one next Monday, and we've got one at the end of May. So here in the UK, we're bank holidayed up this month. And then as well, we've got teachers' strike. So those people with kids have ended up with you know, kids off school because of teacher strikes. Thankfully, my son's not one of them, which is good. So he's in school. But yeah, it's all busy. Oh, let me get a pin. I can't do it with my nails. Where's my pin gone? There it is. Beautiful day in Minnesota. Good. It's kind of overcast here, but it was a lot warmer yesterday. I have to say, I was really quite nice. Right, this tape I've got is too thick, so I'm just going to put a little bit on. And then I'm going to turn the whole thing over so that it kind of sticks back on itself. Could have used wet glue, but I just didn't fancy it really. So I'm going for the tape option. Yep, I'm going to go for the tape option. Another piece down here. Yep. Another piece here. Oh, hello. Dear, no, don't stick. There we go. And then I'll just put a few little dots of wet glue in amongst the die cut to make it stick. I could have put it onto a double-sided, like a stick it type thing. But yeah, I didn't think about that. And also this die is quite tricky to pop all the bits out with, and I didn't want any more. Oh dear, I've got to crease that up. I didn't want any more complications with it, so I thought I won't. So I've creased it up, but hopefully we'll be able to straighten it once we stick it down. Right, okay, so let me peel off and stick this down. And then what I thought was, once we've stuck this die cut down, we can go ahead, once we've done like the whole card, I can go ahead and add a whole load of gems and things and kind of really bling it up, because I quite like this die. I don't use it very often. And so I just thought, it's a good excuse to get it out. But as I said, if you wanted to, you could just have it open like I did on the previous, on the actual main card, or you could use vellum, you could use printed acetate, you could use a die cut like I'm doing, you could do all sorts. Sweet pea, you've just got a downpour but gave way to a sunny morning. Good, I'm glad you've got sunshine finally. Yesterday was a bit of a funny one actually, because we had sort of really nice weather, but then at one point it did actually rain for some people. Right, let's just add a bit of glue on in some places. Oh. Stick this on here. This is the only thing with this die cut, so I don't use it very often because it is really quite fine and quite fiddly. So let's just pop a few bits of glue on. Hopefully it's not going to squidge everywhere. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. That should be enough, I reckon. Oh, Diane, the Patreon papers are available already. For those of you who are silver members, I will be sending them through. I've got to wait for everyone's subscription to renew, and then I can send them through. So probably it'll be around the 4th of May, 4th or 5th maybe. I can't remember when everyone's so whenever you joined as a silver member, it'll be basically that day, like the date. So if you joined on the 4th of April, then you'll be getting your papers on the 4th or 5th of May. Okay, so if that makes sense. So yes, I'm just waiting for everyone's thingy bobs to renew, and then I can go ahead and do it then. Okay, so that's how it'll work. It's a bit like with Antonio makes his one when he does it. If you join on the, I don't know, 4th of April or whatever, then that's when you get sent your VIP kit if you're a VIP. Well, this stands out a little bit, but hopefully that will do that. Right, okay, I've got some that are standing up, but it's fine. I think that'll be right. Right, so there's your 2 pieces done. So let's get into the folding. So you're going to need 2 base card pieces, and these are, you've got 1 piece that's 7 inches by 7.5 inches, and 1 that is 7 by 8 inches. Hi Sylvia. Nicole, are you all prepared for the coronation? No, not really. I'm not. If I'm honest with you, I haven't really heard a lot about it. Like, there hasn't been, I mean, I haven't got a TV, so I don't have to listen to it all, but it's not really, I don't know, on social media I haven't really seen a great deal. I'm not really that bothered, if I'm honest. The Queen's birthday last year, yep, absolutely wonderful. This year, nah, not really that fussed. Not really that fussed. Okay, right, so the piece that is 7 by 8 inches, you're going to score at 1/2 inch on the long edge. So then you end up with this piece here being 7.5, and this one's already 7 by 7.5. So that's that. So we'll come back to those in a minute. Let's score the other pieces, and then we will come back to those. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. So then you need 2 pieces of mat. So this is the inside piece. So this is, on this one here, it's this black floral piece. And if you want to do what I've done here and what I'm going to do now, it saves you having to add all the pattern paper that we did last time. So this is actually just a piece of single-sided pattern card. It's about 200 GSM. You don't want to go anything less than that. And you also don't want to go anything above, I would say you're pushing it with a 300. This is a 300. I'm pushing it with that. I'm not sure how well it's going to fold up. But yeah, anything between a 2 and a 280, I would say, 200 to 280 GSM. But this is the one we're going to do now. So you need 2 pieces that are 6 3/4 by 7 1/2, and along the 7.5 inch edge, you are going to score at 1.5 inches, 3 inches, and 6.5 inches. And you're going to do that on both pieces. So again, on the 7.5 inch edge, you're scoring at 1.5, at 3, and at 6.5. Okay, now I know mine's purple, so you probably can't see the score lines very well. Once I start scoring them, like fold. Oh, you can see them. You can. Well, I can see them on my screen, so that's good. Okay, so let's go back to the other one first, the base, just because it's an easier thing to do. So that one score line we did, you're just going to fold it. Oh, I've missed a score line on this. Have I missed a? Yeah, I've missed a score line on this. Bear with. I've had 6 hours sleep again, so my brain's not working. Right, bear with. So that's a 2.5. Okay, right. So let's bring the score back in again. So the tutorial's much more together because I had a brain cell working. Right, so back to these two again. So on the one that's on the one that is 7 inches by 7.5 inches, you also want to score at 2.5 inches in. Is that right? 2.5 inches? Let me just double check that. I'm sure I just measured it, but let me double check. Sure it's 2.5. Yes, it is 2.5. Good. Yes, it is 2.5. That's right. 2.5 there. Okay, so that's 2.5. Okay, and then on this one, which is the one you've got the little tab on, you want to measure with that tab on the right. So the tab needs to be on the side you're measuring on, if that means. You've got your tab at 1/2 inches, at 1/2 inch, and then you also want to score at 3 as well. Okay, so that's 2.5 inches in. So you've got 1/2 inches, 1/2 inch, and 3 inches. You're scoring on this one. I haven't written it down in my little book, and so that's why I was getting in a muddle. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this fold here. So this is a mountain. This is going to be a valley. So I'm going to fold that over, and that's going to be a valley fold. So you end up with that. And then this one here is also going to be a valley fold. I'm going to fold it the way around, just because of the way I've scored it. So you should end up with that. And then what you want to do is get either a piece of, you can either use red tape or you can use wet glue. I think I'm going to go with wet glue because I think it's going to give me a little bit more wiggle time. This could be a bad choice. I could have been better off going for red tape. So on the underside of that mountain fold tab, I'm going to put some either glue or tape. And then what you want to do is take your other piece. So you've got your 2 panels that are the same and your 2 big panels that are the same. Lay this on, make sure it's nice and straight, and then just fold that over, because that is the way it's going to sit in the envelope. So in the envelope, it's going to be like that. Okay. Hi, Valerie. Hello. And Sylvia. I don't know who else I've missed. I don't think I've missed anybody else. Okay, and your seam is actually here. If you want your seam to be, oh, you could actually do your seam on the inside, actually, couldn't you? Yeah, you could have your seam so it's on the back if you want to. I'm going to leave it there, I think. Actually, no, maybe I should turn it around. I did my seam this way round for the main one, the sample I just showed you. But actually, no, let's turn it around and see what happens. I just didn't want to have a cut edge, but actually, maybe I should. Sorry if I'm confusing anybody. You'll see in a minute what I'm doing. Okay, so like that. There we go. So it's still a W. It's just that I've done it so that the thing's on the back. Yeah, it's up to you, because if you do it this way around, you end up with a cut edge and potentially a gluey edge, which is what I've got. And if you do it the other way around, you end up with a tab on the inside where you can see. So it's really up to you which way you do it. But that is how That's how I'm going to do it for now, I think. Right, so next what we want to do is, and I'm trying to rack my brains to remember which way round I did this. Okay, so let's do the, hi Cindy, we are making the double version of what we made last week. So if you remember last week we made this, so today we are doing a double version. This is the single internal box card. And today we are doing this one. So it's a double version. So a bit challenging for someone who's not had a lot of sleep. But anyway, we're going to carry on anyway, because I'd prepped it all yesterday. And then I was like, okay, this morning I'm having regrets. But we're going to press through and we're going to try and make it anyway. So that's what we're doing. Right, so we've done the base. So that's your base done. And obviously this folds flat and fits in an envelope for a 5x7 card. So what we need to do now is bring our 2 pieces in that we scored. And you'll notice we've got 2 pieces that are even. So these 2 are even sizes. You've got a bigger piece and then you've got this piece which is slightly narrower than these. What you want to do is make sure that both of your narrow pieces are next to each other, because they're going to go on the inside of your seam. This is where you're going to cut your aperture out of, and then you're also going to have an aperture here, and that is the side piece. So aperture, aperture, side piece. So we're going to literally do pretty much what we did for the single. We're going to, and I'm going to draw it on, and on the back, just because I don't want to end up with pencil marks where you can see them. Now I apologise, this is purple, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see my drawing, but once I start cutting out, you'll soon be able to see what I'm doing. So on this one here, the less one, so this is the middle, the piece that goes in the middle, the narrow bit. Then I've got the big bit and then 2 pieces at the same width. So on here, we're going to measure, I'll just turn this round, so I've got that skinny bit at the top. We're going to measure 1 inch down from that would be the top of my card. Just going to measure 1 inch down, and from the bottom 1 inch up. And we're going to do the same mark on this last score line here. So again, 1 inch down from the top and 1 inch up from the bottom, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line between the 2. Hoping you might be able to see these, but I don't know if you can because it's quite dark purple. So across like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can if I move it around the light, maybe. But you'll be able to see them. Oh, you can sort. Not really. I should have done it on a light coloured card, but I was just trying to choose a card that went with. Oh yeah, you can see it there in this. As I move it around, you can sort of see it reflecting. Okay, cool. So then what you want to do, same as last time, we're going to come. So you've got your skinny panel here, then your big panel, then your 2 equal panels. On this bit here, which is your second score line in, whichever way you look at it, you're just going to measure 1/2 inch either side of that score line and make a mark. And you do that along the bottom as well. So 1/2 inch either side and make a mark like that. And then join, you can see them, good, I'm glad. And then you can join, I'm trying to like do it quite thick pencil so you can kind of see them. So then you're going to do what we did last week, and we're going to draw a line connecting the 2 marks like that. So if I can again kind of hold it, so hopefully you can see them. Yeah, so there you can see them. Okay, and then there's a score line here you can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this whole box out here, and we're going to cut this whole box out here. Okay, and we're going to leave this piece in the middle that's got the score line going down it, that we're going to leave in. So it's literally, you've got a panel, you're going to cut that bit out, a panel, and you're going to cut that bit out, and then you've got a panel. Okay, and we're going to repeat these same lines on that other piece as well. So I'm just going to move that to one side, and then I can do all my cutting together at the same time. So with this, I've got it the other way around. In fact, let me just turn it round so it's the same way around, and then it'll make things a little bit easier. So we do the same again, just literally repeat exactly the same marks on this piece. So that's there like that. and then come along the bottom here, and again we do our 1 inch down from the top, 1 inch up from the bottom. I'm going to draw a line between the two, like that, and like that. There we go. And then that middle score line, just going to go 1/2 inch either side, so here and here, and then here and here, and then connect those two marks up. And then in a minute we're going to cut them out, but I just thought I'd draw them in first, so then I know I'm doing the right bit. So that's that, and that's that. Right, okay, so let's cut them out. So let me grab my cutting mat. Here it is, here it is. And then we're just going to cut along those lines. Where's my Stanley gone? Have I got the Stanley here anywhere? Did I put it away? Oh, I put it away. I'm trying to be tidy. Oh, there we go. Right. So let's cut these out. Let me start over here so I can see. That's better. So check twice, cut once. That's my motto. Because otherwise it can go very pear-shaped. If you wanted to as well, if you've got a die that cuts out like a pattern, instead of doing these apertures, and it, if it's one that fits, you could do that instead. You could actually have a, use a die that cuts out a pattern out of the card. I didn't have a thing that was quite the right size, but that would be an option. I'm just turning it round because of the, I want to cut just off, I just want to cut that score line off, as it were. And I also want to be able to see my lines as well. So that's why I'll just turn that round. And then along the bottom here, again, you're not going all the way because you need to stop for that middle section. But we're going to cut the bottom of the skinny section here. And then the bottom of this big section here. And the same at the top. And again, I'm going to turn it round again, so I've got it the right way around for me to work. So again, just cut that big section, stop when you get to the line, and then go for the other section there. So you end up with, cut these out. Oh, so you end up with little bits left over, and that's what that looks like. So we're going to do the same on this one. If you wanted to as well, you could do circular apertures if you want to. Really go to town, to be honest with you. I just thought if I suggest the aperture size, then you can use that as a springboard to do what you want. I think this could make a very nice Christmas card actually, because you've got that 3D kind of element. So you could do some real nice snowy scenes. You can have like little houses on the on the front of this piece, and then maybe some more at the back. All sorts of things you could do with it. Right, like that. And then we need to cut along the bottom here. So we cut that section, and then we cut that section. I have to talk to myself to make sure. You love the purple. I know I love this purple card. This purple card was some I got at the craft fair at the Motorcycle Museum last year. And I think this purple one was from Lime Tree Crafts. So if you're in the UK, you might already know of Lime Tree Crafts. They're based up north somewhere, Derbyshire, I think, or Yorkshire. No, I think it's Derbyshire. But they do really good card packs, and the quality of the card is amazing. And so this was one of their A3 packs of card, and A3 can come in handy. Right, so if we turn them around, so you've got that like that basically. You want to yeah, you can use your trimmer, Jill. Yeah, my trimmers sometimes cuts fuzzy lines because the blades need trimming, so I thought I wouldn't chance it. I want a nice crisp edge, so I thought I'll go with my my Stanley knife. Right, so then what we want to do is we're going to fold. Now you might want to fold before you cut, like we did last year, like I advised last week. But I prefer to cut first and then, because it's easier to cut when it's flat. So what we're going to do, this piece here, well, they're both the same, but anyway, you want a valley, mountain, valley. So that's the same with all of them, valley, mountain, valley. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold. Just make sure you get it nice and kind of lined up. This bit in the middle could be tricky. Just have to be gentle with it and coax it. Just put your finger in the middle and just kind of coax it. And then hopefully it will do what it needs to do. There we go. And then this one here. Like that. Okay, so you end up with, that's the top view, and that's what it looks like. And you can do the same with this one. So again, valley, mountain, valley. All the way along. So valley. And then, ooh, mountain. Come on, behave yourself, Mr. Card. This is very thick card. Very thick. Come on. Come on, why are you battling with me? You shouldn't be battling with me. There we go. Told it what to do eventually. And then this one here. Okay, so you've got that. So you should end up with that, hopefully. And obviously, as I said, if you want to add pattern, you can. But I just think these bits here are going to be very narrow. Even that's going to be quite narrow, but this is going to be ridiculously narrow. So I thought I'd go with the plain paper card, even not paper, the plain card, and then that way it just makes things a bit easier. Right, so we'll bring our base back in again, and what we're going to do is this one is going to go on there like that and then stick on there like that. Now what I would do, I think, is I'm going to stick the big piece down first and then stick this piece down, and you can use red tape or you can use wet glue. I'm going to go with wet glue just because I think that it gives me a bit more wiggle time to get it into place. So I'm going to put some wet glue on the reverse section here. There's my wet glue there, and then just smidge that in a little bit, and then that's going to go on here, but you need to make sure you've got a nice even border on all three sides, and you also need to make sure that when you lie it flat, it doesn't veer off anyway. It's nice and, you know, it's nice and straight along the top and the bottom. Okay, and if you do that, that will make sure that when you stick this bit down, the whole thing's kind of flat. Now, before I stick this section down here, I'm going to go ahead and put the pattern piece in here, and also I'm also going to put the pattern piece in here as well, I think. This is the dodgy bit where you could end up with a big line like last time. So I've cut my pieces of pattern paper out. So you need two pieces that are 3 by 6 3/4 and two pieces that are 1 1/8 by 6 3/4. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take the backing off here. And again, if you wanted to, you could put a mat behind these as well, but I just thought it might make the card a bit too thick. So I decided not to do that. So we're going to go ahead and peel this back like that. And then that's going to go in there like that, the nice even border. Left and right, and obviously line it up at the top and the bottom. Okay, so that's like that. There we go. Now this one is going to go in here. I could hazard a guess as to where it's going to go, but I'm a bit concerned that when I put this in, I might end up with a gap that's too big. So I'm going to put that in afterwards, I think. You can do it either way. It's really up to you what you feel most comfortable with. So now I'm going to go ahead and add... oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do it yet. I need to bear with. So, okay. So normally, if you want to just carry on like I did with the other one, then add bits on top, then you just go ahead and stick this down now. However, if you've got any kind of acetate panel or die cut panel or vellum or anything going on here, now is the time to add it. So I've got these die cuts already cut out, And I'm going to have one like this, and that's just going to overlap. So what I need to do is I just need to cut off a little bit at the top here and at the bottom here. Just trim these bits off like that. And then what I was going to do with this was I was going to have it so that this, most of it is underneath, but this bit here is over the top. And it also means I need to score, because this bit here is I'm going to stick it behind this flap, because then it will hold it into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over, because I want it to be about, I would say about there. I reckon that's about the right place. Let me just make sure it's nice and straight. So about there, like that. Let me get my pencil and just make a little mark at the top and a mark at the bottom. And then I'm going to bring my scoreboard in, and I'm just going to score. I'm just going to score that die cut. Now, trying to score it when it's being cut might be interesting, but anyway. Oh, yeah. I'm going to. Okay, well, I think they're going to fold by themselves, so I'm not going to go too mad with those. It's more up this end here. Oh, why has that gone off? Okay, that's there. So why is that not lining up with anything? Okay, let's just bring this down like this. There we go, there. Okay, I'm just going to do the top and the bottom. I've taken that bit out for the moment. I've accidentally messed that bit up, but it's fine. Let's just trim that bit off. Sure, we won't notice it when it's all together. Okay, and also while I'm doing this, we do the same on this side. So let me match this pattern up. Match this pattern up pretty much. And then I'm just going to draw my line back in again, because then they should be even, hopefully. So it's about there. Okay, so let's make a mark there, and then we can score the top and bottom of this one as well. Is that also 5 and yeah, 5/8. So we do a 5/8 there, and then a 5/8 up here, there, like that. And then the rest I'm just going to fold, I think, because I don't know how well that's going to. I'll just kind of do it gently, because it's quite a delicate pattern. Right, so that is that. So I'm going to trim off the rest of this as well. Don't need that little bit. Okay, so we now need to go ahead and stick that into there, and then I'm going to fold it. So let's turn this over. I think the best thing to do is to use tape. I'm going to use my skinny tape, I think. Is everyone okie dokies? Are you wittering on? Right, so that's going to go there. And then I think I'll use the thicker tape on the top. Probably could do with using a slightly stronger tape than this. But hi, Mickey in Nebraska. Wow, what's the weather like in Nebraska? I always think of snow when I think of Nebraska. Don't know why. No idea why, but for some reason I always think of snow. Does it always snow there, or is that just me for some reason thinking of snow in Nebraska? I have no idea why I think that, but there we go. Right, I think the other thing I'm going to do as well is put another piece of tape on here, because it doesn't matter if it goes through the design, because you're going to have card either side of this. It'll just help it to stick in a bit better. Oh, there we go. Right, so I'm going to stick that in to there like that, making sure my score lines line up with the score lines on the thingy bob, and that needs to go on the inside like that. I'm going to stick that down with a bit of glue in a minute. 50 to 60 degrees. Okay, what's that in? Oh, I don't know where my piece of paper is with all the conversions on. I don't know what that is in centigrade. Trying to wrap my brains. No, I don't know. Tell me what that is in centigrade, because I don't know. I don't know. Is that warm? Or you can just tell me if it's warm. Is it warm or is that cold? I don't know. And is it spring for you like it is for us, or is it kind of, you know, I think it's spring, isn't it? Because you're in America, so I don't know. My geography was terrible. I'm always rubbish at geography. I I'm terrible at geography. I really am. Right, so let's undo that there. Let's take the backing off here. Try not to stick it to my mat. That would be helpful. Oh, yes, Nicole. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, background dyes, definitely. I think it would just save the hassle of having to cut the come on brain, you can do it, cut the thingy bobs out, the aperture, that's what I'm looking for. Cut the aperture out. Right, let's stick that on there like that. I need to make sure this is central, top and bottom. I need to make sure the score line lines up, top and bottom. I shall move this underneath in a minute. Okay, so that goes there like that. Let's take this off, that goes on there. Take this off, that goes on there. I'm going to tuck that through there like that, and I'll stick that down with a dollop of glue in a minute. And then we're going to peel this off here and stick it all down. There we go. Okay, so then that's going to go, oh yes, that's going to go on there. Let's just fold along this line here. Yep, that folds nicely. Cool, that's nice and neat. Okay, so I'm going to stick this down first and then add my pattern paper, just because I really don't want to I don't want it to mess up. So I'm going to use red. Actually, no, I could use. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to use red tape. I was going to use wet glue then for a second, but I think I will go with the red tape, just because I kind of don't want it to move around too much. Two different types of red, two things. Yeah, two lines. So I'll just turn this around a second just so I can get to this edge. I prefer wet glue, if I'm honest, but I just think with that extra weight of that die cut, I'm thinking that red tape might be better just to get an absolute stick straight away. Obviously, if it sticks wrong straight away, then I'm in trouble. I reckon it'll be all right. We'll see. We'll soon find out. We will soon find out. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to peel the backing off this red tape on this edge. I'm going to just peel a little bit off. I'm not going to peel the whole thing off, just so I'm, And then we're going to concertina this down like we did last time. So now this is really thick card, so this is a bit of a battle. And then we're going to take this section here, let me move it forward a bit so you can see. We're going to take this section here, bring it over like that, and stick it down. And then with it still there, I should really check, but I'm not going to check, because if I move it, it might end up moving everything. And I'm just going to take the backing off here, and the backing off here, like that. And then we will find out, oh yeah, nice and even. So there we go, so that's nice and even, that's worked well. And then what I need to do then is stick that pattern piece in the corner here. Now, as I said, it would be easier to stick that in before you stick this down, but in order to get it, make sure it's definitely even, I'm going to be doing it this way. If you've got card that can have Yoo-hoo glue or wet glue, then this would be easier as well, because I'm now going to be battling with tape. But anyway, so I'm going to slide that in there. I'm going to shimmy it down so it fits. It would be easy if I could just take all the backing off, but I don't think I want to do that. Okay, I've tried to line the pattern up with the other panel. Now you've got another little bit here. This is much easier with wet glue, but anyway, let me just do that and hold it out so it doesn't get stuck in the wrong place. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. This is way more fiddly. So for the next one, I'm going to stick it down and just hope for the best, I think. 3.88 degrees Celsius. That's cold. Goodness me. That is cold. 3 degrees. Ooh, 4 degrees. That is chilly. Okay, so that's like that. And then I'm going to stick just the end bit here down with some wet glue. So it's kind of from the second one, isn't it? So I'm just going to flip that back a little bit. Flip that back. Stick some wet glue on. Sorry if you can't see. Hopefully you can see. Come on, glue. Okay, let's stick a bit of glue on here. Like that. And then I'm going to fold that down and stick that down there like that. And I'm just going to hold it until it's dried. Right, stick the pin back in so it doesn't dry in the nozzle. So for the other side, I'm going to try and experiment with sticking the 2 pattern pieces down before I stick this piece in. This would probably be more stable if you stuck it with acetate behind it, but I really did not want to end up with acetate, because the acetate you get a bit of a sheen and then you can't really see the pattern below. So I really wanted to have it so it was actually clear. Right, who else we got? You love this. Good. I'm glad you love this card. Cindy, it's 14 degrees. Oh yeah. See, that's about what it is here, to be honest with you. It's about, I think this morning it was about 9, but I think it's supposed to warm up to about 14 today. Yesterday was about 16, 15, 16 where I am. So that was good. Right, I reckon that's stuck. Okay. Oh, this is working a lot better. I wasn't sure if it's going to be too busy, but I think the lightness of that. Can I have a cat trained to sit on lap, please? Neither of mine want to sit on my lap. Mind you, I don't sit down long enough, apart from in the craft room, and then I'm busy, so they can't really be in here. Right. So for the other side, I think we are going to learn our lessons from this one. And I'm going to do my score. Oh, I've done my scoring already, so I'm going to stick this down before I go ahead and put any panel anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and stick this into here first, I think. So let's add a bit of, hang on, let's go that way round. So I need to put the tape on this side. 22 degrees, Anne. Wow. Oh, you're in Paphos, Cyprus. Wow, that sounds nice. That sounds very nice. I've got friends over in Cyprus. That sounds very nice. Could do with a bit of 22 degrees. That's about the right temperature as well, 22 degrees. I can cope with 22. It's not too hot and not too chilly. Oh, Mickey, you got daughter in Nuneaton. Yeah, Nuneaton's not too far from me. Yeah, temperatures are kind of, you know, British temperatures. Oh no, I hate it when you have to throw out tape. Oh, designer series. DST. Yeah, tape, isn't it? That's tape. Yeah, I hate throwing out tape that's lost its tack. It's frustrating. Right, okay, so let's put that in there like that. And it needs to go to the edge, like, well, it's going to come any further than that, so we'll go with there. Okay, so let's swing this over. Stick this in. So let's peel that back there. Put that back there. Yeah, I'm not into really hot weather. I can't do heat. But 22, that sounds a perfect kind of temperature. And anything between 22 and probably 25 maximum. Oh yeah, I bet. Oh good, you got access to Yoo-hoo, that's good. But yeah, no, I bet it does dry out. One of the craft ladies who I craft, you know, do craft classes with, she does quite a lot of her crafting in the greenhouse. Well, it's not greenhouse, it's conservatory. But things tend to dry up for her as well. She has that problem because it does get very hot in there. Like even when it's not that hot over here, obviously in a conservatory, it's very hot. So, yep. Right, that's that there. That there. And where's my other little bit gone? It's peeled itself back. Okay, let's start from this end then. Oh, peel that off. There we go. Turn it over, stick it down. Poke that through there. In fact, let me put the glue on now and stick it down now. Yeah, wind chill factor, I bet. I bet. Do you get any warm weather in Nebraska? I presume you do at some point. Oh, there we go. What's the warmest it gets to in Nebraska? Okay, so let's bring this round, whoop, like that, and then stick it down. This is a whole lot easier to do before you stick it into the card. Okay, so this is the joy of having a card of two sides. You can try one side, and if something doesn't work, you can adjust it on the other side. So let's just stick that down. Just press and hold until it's stuck. Oh, I put my tape trimmings away at the same time. And I'm going to move that out of the way as well. Right, just holding it down to make it stick. There we go. And then let's just fold this. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. So that is going to go on that side there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this side first and then do both pattern pieces and then do this bit here. And we'll see how we go. So let's put some glue onto the larger piece, the larger side. And then turn it round so that I can get to it. Being right-handed, like that. And again, let's fold it flat to make sure it's level. That was slightly wonky. It's very important that it's not wonky, because if you make sure now that it's like nice and straight, then it makes the chance of this being even a lot more possible. So that's there like that. Then we're going to stick the two pattern pieces in. I love Yoo-Hoo glue. Should be sponsored by them, really. Really should be. Right, is that this one? I've tried to do it. Yes, that way around. I've tried to do it so the patterns match up. Okay. Flip. I need to make sure which way up I am. Do that there. Peel that bit off there. Also, please keep coming with suggestions of what you want on the papers, the digital paper packs, like in regards to colours and patterns and whatever. I've done a musical one that will be coming at some point, which is kind of male, but it can be female. I mean, you can do it for anybody, but I've done it in kind of male-ish kind of colours. So, you know, it's more aimed towards a man. So that will be coming up soon. Let's have a look. You've seen Kalal on sale here, though, but not bothered. Get fan fans move stuff over me. Oh, yeah. But it is. Your temperature gets to 35 degrees. Wow, that's very hot. Goodness me, that is hot. 35 degrees. I don't know if I could do 35 degrees. You in your spring? Yeah, same as us. Yeah, which runs from 3 to 20. You know what? I think we're pretty much in the same boat this year, because they reckon we're going to have a heat wave soon. So, yeah, I think we're in the same boat with that. Right, I'm going to go and be bold and stick this on now and hope for the best. My border might end up being uneven, but I'm just going to go for it and hope for the best and see what happens. See what happens. Right, so that's there like that. And then I'm going to add, should I go red tape? Let's go red tape again. I was going to go wet glue, but I think I'm going to go red tape. Oh, bear with. 44 degrees. Goodness me. I don't think I could do that. I went to Switzerland in May last year, and it was 28, 29, and that was in, yeah, say in May. Oh, it was, I mean, I could just about do it. And then we came back here, and again, it was similar over here in the UK. Last year was a bit of a heat wave. I don't think this year is going to be the same. I think this year is going to be a bit cooler, because we seem to have a hot summer and then a really cold winter and then a naff summer and then a mild wet winter. That's how it seems to go, or kind of along those lines. And so because we had a hot summer last year, I don't think we're going to get one this year. I think it's going to be a bit of a naff British summer this year, but I could be wrong. You never know. You just never know. Right, I'm going to be daring, and I'm taking all of my tape backing off. Daring or stupid, I'm not sure which applies, but anyway, we're taking the whole thing off. We're going for it. Right, so then I'm going to concertina this down again. So that's like that. That's like that. Fold this over. Oh, my fingers are stuck like that. Oh, that's worked out all right. There we go. Nice. So there we go. So that's worked out pretty decent. I'm impressed with that. And then we just need to go ahead and add. Yeah, I quite like that. It's I quite like the kind of the colours behind. In real life, on the screen, it looks quite busy, but in real life, it actually looks quite stained windowy. And I was going to go ahead and put maybe some little tiny little gems on here, just to bling it. Some really, really like the 3mm ones. That's not too. It's not going to hinder it being shut. Okay, so then on the front, then probably should have done this before we stuck the insides in. But anyway, on the front, we are going to put this one here, like that, and then that one will go on the back. But I need to cut my greeting out because I need to stamp my greeting on before I stick it down. Right. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, this is a big. This is a big make. For the lack of sleep I've had, this is a big make. But I was like, this is what I had planned, so I was like, let me just go ahead and do it and hope for the best. Hopefully, that's why I thought, let me keep it simple with layers and not do too. I say keep it simple. Look at it, but not go too mad with the patterns on the inside. Right, let's shut this up. That's going to go on there like that, and then I'm going to put a little greeting, a little circular greeting, if I can find one, in there, and some bling. Could have put patterns on the front, but I didn't. And then on the back, again, this is going to go on, but I need to. It does look like a stained glass window, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, everybody. Right, so now we just need to go ahead and add the greeting. So the middle, I'm tempted to put a greeting down the side. I'm very tempted to. In fact, I'm just wondering what we do for the greeting. I was going to go with a thank you, but I'm wondering now whether we go with a get well soon, because it's quite, I mean, I could go happy birthday, but I'm always doing happy birthday. I'm calling it a 5x7 double display internal shadow box card, because it's basically the internal shadow box card, but it's like a double display version, so hence the name. So that's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, I think that's probably, because basically that's what it is, isn't it? So I think that's what we'll call it. I like the fact it folds down to a 5x7, so although it opens out to be massive, you can still fit it in an envelope for a 5x7. So that's good. What was I going to look in? Oh yeah, I'm going to look in this one here. Oh, I've got a tonic die, which might work because I can have it down both sides. Let me have a look, and I could use this card down there, which would probably show up nicely. Right, let me quickly find my die. Oh, bear with. I haven't got space on the desk for the folder, so I'm going to do it on my lap. Where are they? They're in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Now, what have I got? Thinking of you, get well soon, lots of love, sending love, happy birthday, birthday wishes, time to celebrate, and special day. So yeah, I think we'll go with get well soon then. So I've got these here. So I just thought if I do like a line of, I could do a get well soon going down the side there. And I could also do a get well soon. I could do a thinking of you on the other side. Thinking of you, get well soon. That might be quite well, wouldn't it? I'll do a get well soon there, and then a thinking of you down this side. That might be quite nice. It's quite bright and cheery. Bright and cheery card. I think we'll do that. Right, so let me get some of that. Need to get some of that peachy card back out again. I have got some here. Oh, is that going to be long enough? No, that's not long. Let's use this one. Right, so I've got that. I just think if I go with that colour, because it kind of mirrors it. Right, move my tablet out of the way so I can get to my guillotine. Okay, bear with. I've got these wires as well. I need to try not to cut those. So I reckon I'm going to need about half an inch strip by half an inch. But actually, no, hang on. Do I need half? I need less. I need more than half an inch, don't I? Half an inch, maybe 5/8. We'll call it 5/8. 5/8 by 6 3/4. So let's cut a 6 3/4. Not just this. This is 12 inches. Okay, let's go 6 3/4 on this then. 6 3/4. It is a mouthful, but you know, there you go. What can you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 is there. In fact, let me go 3/4 just to be on the safe side. 3/4. 1, 2, 3/4. Like that. So my 2 3/4 by 6 3/4 strips. Yep. And then I just need to die cut them. I'm going to stick some tape on the back so they stick down. I'm going to worry about sticking glue behind letters because that would be annoying. So let me stick a bit of tape behind them. Oh. Move this out of the way. Let me move my tablet back again so I can see your comments. You can see the chat. Oh, right. Okay. So let's get some tape on this. I'm going to fit 2. Not quite. I have to do 1 and 1, I think. So let's. I know that this double-sided tape cuts well. So that can be where the letters are. In fact, actually, I could have it so that the letters, maybe the letters stand out slightly. Just lay that on. I don't want a very thick. Oh no, yeah, I could do it about there, couldn't I? If I do there, my tape covers enough. No, let's do it more. Oh no, Sally, I'm sorry. Dear me. Blooming internet. Technology, honestly. It's great when it's working, but awful when it's not. Okay, so that's that one. So let's turn that round. And let's stick this on. Nice and central. Bit of tape. Low tack tape. On there like that. Oh, hello, come on. Come on, Mr. Die. Play ball with me, please. I don't want it too thick. Oh gosh. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, let's just do that in the middle. There we go. So that one I'm going to run through. And then we'll do the same with the other one. You're here now. I know. I'm glad. I'm glad you managed to make it back. Back through the depths of the internet. Okay, let's stick this one on. So that's like that. And this one on here like this. There we go. Oh, sun's coming out here now. That's nice to see. Do like a bit of sunshine. Cloudy still, but there is a bit of blue sky. That's what we like to see. We like a bit of blue sky. Yeah. Cool, Valerie. You're using the custom emoji. I designed that emoji, you know. Can't really see it on my chat. I can't really see it very well, but it says wow, I think, doesn't it? Does it say wow? Or amazing? Or something? I can't remember what I put now. But yeah, I'm glad you're using it. That's good. I need to design some more, really. Right, let's stick this on. And I need to run these through the die cutting machine. If I put them on together, will they die cut? Let's see. Hopefully they will. We'll soon find out. We will soon find out. Right, let's run these through. Oh, crunkle, crunkle as it all goes through. And hopefully it will behave. Yep, that looks like it's cut all right. This one, yep, good. Happy days. Happy day. Oh yeah, that's the other one. That's the other one. I struggled making those, you know. And now you see, the irony is, Vicky, the irony is now that and Valerie, that now I'd be able to make quite some. I need to make some more ones because I've kind of got the hang of how to do them now. But at that point, I wasn't really sure what I was doing, so it was a bit of a trial affair. Right, so that's that. Ooh, that's that. And then we need to peel this off and poke the bits out. What did I do with my pin? Did I put it back? Was I good? Did I put it back or not? Oh no. Is it on my desk? Oh no. Did I put it? Oh gosh, where did I put my pin? Thought I put it back. Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, I did. No, I didn't. Oh, I've lost my pin. Anybody see my pin anywhere on my desk? Am I not looking? Have I? No. I'll have to use the other one. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, dearie me. Did I put it under there? No, I didn't. Okay, right, we'll have to use the other one then. It'll turn up, I'm sure. I'm sure it will turn up at some point or other. Vicky's says, was it love, love, love? I can't remember what it says now. My screen is so tiny. I think on PC you'll be able to see it better. But on mine it's really tiny. It was so long ago that I made it. Well, I say so long ago. In my world, yesterday is so long ago. So my brain doesn't withhold any kind of information. Wow, wow, wow. That's right. Wow, wow, wow. That's right. I remember. I remember. Right, okay, so let's stick this down. Oh, is this all on the big piece? Okay, so it's all on the big piece. So it's peel. I see it doesn't peel properly. This isn't sharp enough. Oh, so annoying. I don't know where the other one's gone. What have I done with my pin? I don't know where it is. There we go. Right, thinking of you. I'm trying to put it in the middle of a roll of tape so that then I know where it is, but I don't know where the other one's gone. Oh, you've just figured out the I think, yeah. Right. Now I could mark halfway. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? But I'm gonna just guess it and hope for the best. I think it's gonna be about there. So, oh, it's a little bit. That's fine, as long as it's not too wonky. As long as we're not too wonky. You're a bit wonky. Not too bad. Thinking of you. And then get well soon. I probably could have done with moving it in slightly. Could have come with moving it in slightly, but anyway. It's there now, so that is how it is. Let's take this off. Oh. There we go. Let's take this off. It's torn all that card, but that's not the bit I need, so I don't mind. Put that in the bin. For some reason, it's got a bit wonk. I'm not quite sure why. It's got a bit wonky. It's obviously just a little bit on the thin side. But anyway. Peel that off. And then the trick is going to be getting it equal. Okay. Well, halfway was like here. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same. We're just going to go for it and hope for the best. Oh, no, don't stick down yet. Like that, I think. Oh, a little bit long. A little bit over on that side there. Let me just trim that little bit off. Let's just trim. Plop, like that. There we go. Right. There we go. And then I just need to add some bling-a-ling-a-ling on the inside here. Now I need a whole load of very small gems. Very small gems. So I need to stamp a get well soon on this, and I also need to sort out a get well soon for the front as well. But let's sort out the bling-a-ling-a-ling. Blingy bling. I'm going to use my Dovecraft Trimcraft gems, I think. Or I could use my wheel. Let's look at my wheel. Actually, no, I might use my wheel because these are tiny. I think I'm going to use these because these are super teeny tiny. Much like, I'd rather use ones that are adhesive already, but I just feel like these are going to be, are these the same size as those? No, these are slightly bigger. But I've got purple, I've got pink, I've got blue. No, I think I will use these. Just because they're easier to put on. When you've got a tired brain, these are easier to put on. They'd be even easier if I had my pin. But I've lost my pin. Again. What have I done with that pin? This happened last time, didn't it? And then it just turned up. Randomly. I didn't hear it drop on the floor. Oh, I don't know where that is. So I don't step on it. Okay, so let's grab a pair of tweezers. I think that's going to be the best option, and then let's work out where we put what we're putting where. I think I want some blue. What do I want here? Oh, maybe gold. Purple. Purple or blue. I quite like the blue. The blue's working it for me. Yeah, let's go blue. So here I'm going to go blue. 1, 2. Oh, don't stick to the tweezers, stick to the card. Oh gosh, come on. The battle of the gems have commenced. Come on. There we go. Yes, Nicole, that's not even the half of it. I have a whole drawer full of gems. In a minute, I'll show you my drawer. Oh, hello. Just ping that somewhere. Where's that gone? I've got a whole drawer full of gems. Swindon Ladies, plus Trimcraft Demonstrator, plus Docraft Demonstrator, plus what I already had, plus... Oh, no, I've just lost another gem. Where's that gone? Does anybody else have this problem with gems? They got a mind of their own. Just ping off places. Come on. Let's see if we can make it to the car without it falling off. There we go. Excuse me if my excuse me if I get my head in the way. Just need to see where I'm sticking things. One there. Oh, bosh. There we go. Yeah, the little, oh gosh, I've lost another one. The little emoji things, they're for members only. One of the perks of being a member. I have to have perks for members. Yeah, it's a member perk. It's a member perk. Right, that's that there. Let's do the same over this side. On there. And one. Yeah, it's still easier than doing it with glue and tiny gems though. I just hope there's not going to be too much bulk when I close it. We'll soon find out. Oh, no. Come on. Play ball. There we go. Yeah, well, I've got arthritis in my fingers as well. It's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible. I could do with some of those, you know, the really fine tweezers. I could do with some of those. These are X-Cut ones, and they are quite good. They're the best ones I've got, but I would like some really fine ones. They're literally like pins on the end. That's what I could really do with. Right, there we want a few more. I think in the middle here, should we go purple? No. Pink? No. Gold? Orange? Red? What colours have I got? Green? I think probably purple, maybe. I feel purple's a bit too similar to the blue. Orange. Yellow. Yellow. I think we'll go yellow. Let's go yellow in between. So here, we'll go with yellow. There we go. And this one, oops. There. And yellow. Yeah. And yellow here. I know, one day. You've got heaps of gems, Vicky, to use. Oh, yeah, see, dentist ones. They're the ones you want, aren't they? See, I had to drive last night, and even driving, it really hurts. Just gripping the steering wheel, my fingers here, the bones on the end, they start hurting. Not pleasant. Trying to drive with flat hands is quite difficult. Like, you know, holding the steering wheel kind of like that. It's not the best. Oh, there goes another gem. Find that later, probably on my sock or somewhere. Attached to a cat, maybe. Right. Oh, hello. Come on. Oh, gosh. Come on, Mr. Gem. Can we not play hard to get, please? Thank you. There we go. Right, one more. Ooh. One more in there, like that. Oh, so careful not to damage the card, like pull at the card too much. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. And then I just think maybe some warmer ones here. And then I think that's probably it. We don't want to overdo it. So maybe, do we go red? Do we go purple? Maybe purple. I really wanted like the same colours I've got here, but all on here. But then, let's alternate. I might alternate pink, purple, pink, purple. Yeah, let's do that. Let's alternate pinks and purples. Where did I say? Here. Oh, get in the right place, please. Now that's a bit close to the folds. I don't know if that was a good place to put it. In fact, it should have been the next one along. Needs to be here, because that's the natural place to put it, I think. So, where should it be? Where should it be? I'm trying to think where it should be. I was thinking like on these, but now I'm like, I've put it there. So maybe I should put it here then, but then that means I've got to have one there. Or do I put them further in? No, I think it needs to be on this outer circle here. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. Because then it's out of the way of that crease. So I think there is about the right place. Brownies are good for what? Arthritis? Really? I've heard cinnamon's good for arthritis. Oh gosh, come on. I've heard cinnamon's good for arthritis. Oh, come on now. This is like the third time I've dropped it through the... Come on, Mr. Gem. Right? I'm not up for this nonsense. Come on. Can we just stick yourself down, please? And behave. Thanks. You could really go to town with the old gems on this if you wanted to. But I'm not going to go too crazy. Like that. And then same on this side. So it's this one here. Pink. I do like a brownie. I discovered a recipe recently that I made and I'm absolutely over the moon with, and I really want to make some more of them. And it's like one of those biscuit cakes, you know, the refrigerated cake type things you don't have to bake. And so it's basically ginger biscuits, so like ginger nuts, condensed milk, syrup. It's got syrup in it. Yeah, syrup, butter, and then white chocolate drizzle over the top. It's very nice indeed. Super duper easy to make, and no cooking, like no, apart from obviously melting the stuff to mix it all together, but no like oven. And it tastes amazing. And then you need to kind of store it in the fridge. But yeah, that is my latest new thing that I want. And I want to try it with Biscoff, with Lotus biscuits, because I think that would go very nicely. I hope they haven't got a special brownies. No, I'm sorry. My days of special brownies are over. I used to do special brownies when I was at university. And special brownies are over now. Right, so that's that way around. So that's that. So I think I don't want to go too much. You could really go to town with that. But I think I'm going to stop there before I get carried away. I feel like it needs more, but I'm going to not go for more. And then I'm just going to fold that shut. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's a bit more wodgy because you've got all the gems, but it's not too bad. And I just need to stick some gems on the front here. So I'm just going to peg this shut like that. Oh, hello. Let's just shut its way off. There we go. And then I just need to stick some more on. And I'll probably do the same as what I did on the outside or inside, or shall I actually? No, maybe I'll go different colours. Oh, what colour should we go? Oh, I don't know on the outside. What colour should I go? I don't know whether I should go multicolour on the outside if it looks a bit odd, or if I should just go. No, let's go multicolored. Let's go for it. Oh, hello. Come on. On there. That blends in a little bit, but it does bling out a little bit. Oh, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. Next one around, that one there. Oh, I'm doing it slightly different to the inside. I won't mind. Whatever. One there. One there. I was going to find a little circular greeting. So actually, these gems that I'm sticking on now might get covered up. But anyway, never mind. There's another gem gone to the desk somewhere. Here. And I also need to do one there as well. There. Like that. Okay. Right. And then what colours did I use? Oh, let me just wing it. Blues, I think. Yeah, bit of blue. And they went here, didn't they? Yeah. So if I alternate here, blue, yellow. Can't remember what colours I did. Yes, blue and yellow. I'm going to leave that peg off. It's like a little rocket. It's like a missile. Blue, yellow, blue. Oh, oh, come on. Oh gosh, come on. There we go. Blue. Right, and one more. One more. There we go. I feel like this needs some more. And I'm just going to do a purple one, I think. I might alternate the purples here, actually. Yeah, let's just step it up a little bit on the outside, I think. I'll look at the chat in a minute. See what you guys are getting up to. Still brownie talk. I see how it is. Right. Well, I'm quite liking the purple and pink. Alternated. Alternate. Whatever the correct English is for that. There we go. One more here. And one more. Probably here, actually. Yeah. And here. Why not? One there. Oh, and if we're doing that, we need to put another one here, otherwise it looks wrong. Right, there we go. I feel like, again, it needs some more on the front. But you guys can't really see it very well, can you? There you go. You can sort of see it. Kind of catches the light. I feel like it needs a few more. I feel like the front needs to be really like going to town. Might put some on the ends here, even, actually. Might do that on the inside ones as well. But I was going to put a greeting on the inside there, which I'm probably going to end up covering up all those gems, which is a real pain, but I have a feeling that's what's going to end up happening. But anyway, and then all you need to do is go ahead and stick your greeting panel, this one, on the back. I'm not going to do mine yet because I need to stamp it. And you're done. So that is the card for today. So I hope you liked it. And I hope you'll go and check out my papers. As I said, they're not up just yet. They will be up. If anybody wants me to show you them again, because I know some people came late and didn't necessarily see them. So if you want me to show you the new paper pack that will be going up between now and tomorrow night on Etsy, please let me know now in the comments and I'll quickly show you them again. Yeah, bear with, let me stick my... So yeah, we were saying about gems and how that was a big bling stash. Well, yes. Need I say any more? Need I say any more? This is literally, most of this is Swindon ladies. This is mostly Swindon ladies. Some do craft work. This is all Swindon ladies. Most of this is Swindon ladies. There are some in here that's mainly my trim craft work. But yeah, there you go. So that's most of my bling stash. So it's all inherited. actually what I bought out of that is probably about maybe 5 packs of that is bought by me. The rest has been given to me either by work when I used to be a demonstrator or from the Swindon ladies. So there you go. Right. Okay, shall I show you the pack again? Has anybody seen I know it's some heavy bling, it is. Right, let me show you this back again then quickly. Oh, before I disappear off. So it's going to be called Bright Summer Days, even though we're not actually technically really in the summer. And 12 papers again, digital pack. It will be available on Etsy. So you've got obviously like your hexagons in the pink, purple and gold and kind of pale yellow. A floral all over, but it's kind of, yeah, it is floral, but it's not, it's not overly floral. And then this one, which is like more subtle, kind of not, it's kind of bubbles. It reminds me of bubbles, to be honest with you, going up. And then obviously this one, which is the one we used today. I've done this in 3 colorways. I've done it with the navy background, I've done it with this kind of green background, and I've done it with the pink background. There's that one, which is kind of floral but a bit more abstract. So it's a bit more patterny. This one, which I don't know if you can, yeah, you can sort of see it, but if you can see the pink in between this teal and the navy, there's a pink one as well. So you got like a pink and a what am I jigs? So yeah, I really like that pattern. It's a nice pattern. Then we've got this one, which again is actually a kind of a floral, but it's so all over that it's more of an all over pattern. This one, which is quite tropically, again sort of floral, but it sort of isn't. I've kind of done them so they are floral, but they're not. Like once you get them on a card, they're not overly floral. Then we've got some hexagons. So again, I thought this would be quite good if you like bees. If you did any kind of bee cards, you could, you know, integrate these with your bees. And again, this is kind of bees again, and the pink background. And then this one, which again is sort of floral, but it kind of isn't as well. It's kind of just a pattern. So there you go. Sally, which one do you love? This one? You love the hexagons? Which one did you love? Or this? I like this one. I love this one. I love the different colours in this, particularly the one we used today with the navy background. I think that's really nice. And I like these. I like all of them, to be honest with you. But I like all of them. But yeah. So they will be available. I'm going to go get off here now. So as soon as I come off here, I will go and I need to take a picture of my card. I need to finish off putting the greeting on the front, sorting out the thing for the back. I need to sort out the description. Your fave's the one that I used today, yeah. Thank you, Vicky. I've tried to make sure that all of my images are 300 DPI, because there's nothing worse than getting a paper and it being grainy. So that's what I've tried to do. So blue with the big flowers. This one or this one? No, this one. That's the blue one, isn't it? Let me try and think. Oh, or this one maybe. Yeah, that's kind of blue with big flowers. But yeah. So I have tried to make sure that, so I always double check every single image is 300 DPI, and that means you don't end up with any kind of you know, nonsense. It's not blurry. So that's what I do, try and do that, because that's something that really bugs me, is when you get papers and they're a bit blurry. So yeah, or grainy. So yeah, so there we go. Right, I'm going to poodle off then, and I will see you all next week. Turquoise, pink and blue. Turquoise, pink and blue. That one? No. I don't know which one. This one? No. Turquoise, pink and blue. I'm not sure which one you mean, but at least you like one of them. I'm glad. I don't know which one it is you like, but this one, that's the biggest flower. I suppose it has got a bit of blue on it, hasn't it? Or this one. Maybe you mean this one. Do you mean this one? The I think you mean this one. Yes, anyway. Yeah, this one. I like that one as well. I like all of them, but yeah. I think this is probably my favourite. The one I used today. I just love that navy with the bright rainbow colours. Right, let me take this off the top there. You can zoom in a bit better on the card so you can see it a bit better. So yeah. Right, I'm going to poodle off. I will see you all next week. Yeah, have a good week, and see you next week, everybody. Bye.